Today is a significant anomaly in their trading volume. That's about 100 times more than they generally trade. Hey guys, welcome to DreamCoin, where we show you how to invest for a better tomorrow. My name's Tyler, and today we're going to be going over the Recon Technology share spike and then drop, what caused everything, and where I see them going into the future. So looking right at the first initial part of the day, they were up pretty significantly. They hit a 52-week high of about 1750 just around market open, and then they've tanked all the way down to where they were hitting between $4 and $5, which is actually the lowest they've been since about beginning of April and March, right after a lot of people presumably just started taking profits and making sure that they weren't bag holders after everything went through. That's how I'm observing it. It's severely oversold. Their news they came in with is very nice for different contracts that they're getting, which we'll touch on here in a second. So to kind of break down the contract that they announced and got awarded today, North China branch collaborated with them and came across where they're going to be setting up 3 different gas wells to have their type of technology setup that they have that is more efficient than a lot of what's already on the market for other producers. And they're expected to keep in talks with North China branch and different things like that for potentially up to 15 more wells to do services on. That would bring in an extra $5 million of income, and that's expected to be put together by the end of 2021. Now, if we compare Recon Technology to their competitors, the way that normal pumps are set up for different types of wells, they are basically set on a life cycle that can last up to 3 months without any need for maintenance or equipment replacements or anything like that, versus Recon Technology has a solution that can potentially work up to a year without requiring any maintenance, which could cut down on the amount of maintenance and care and repair that would need to go into these wells by about 75% over that yearly time. This helps companies obviously save on costs of maintenance and equipment for the people that are operating these wells, and the estimated profit margin given out from Recon for their solutions is about 40% for the entire profit margin running these wells. The other newsworthy element to keep in mind with Recon Technology is that they have also entered into an agreement with a blockchain-based sustainable energy solutions company called Starry, and this is going to be their gateway for what they hope to do in making an entrance into the more sustainable energy market, specifically in China. And as you know, blockchain is becoming more of an element that's rised a lot with cryptocurrencies and everything like that, but it's also a more efficient information exchange system for how a lot of different companies and developers are using them. And then, like I said, Starry essentially kind of just sets up blockchain infrastructure platforms that allow the transfer of communication and running processes just with a lot more efficiency in how that data is handled. Now, just to go over some key elements of RCON that you should keep in mind is that today is a significant anomaly in their trading volume. They generally trade around 1 million shares on their average volume for at least the last 3 months, and today they had over 100 million in share volume traded. So that's about 100 times more than they generally trade, which would explain a lot of the volatility that happened. Obviously, that's going to be a lot of people profit taking. As you can see, this huge dive from 17 all the way down to about 4.6 at the low today. And this is where I think it's going to set them up for a nice snapback swing play over the next couple weeks and even the next month or so. At their lowest point today, they were trading where they hadn't traded since the beginning of April and then mid-March. And the way they are starting to curve back around up here, they could be retesting the $10 to $12 channel area just based on where they've already historically been trading over the last month and a half on increasing news for different partnerships and everything that they're going along with. I think this is just going to be a very brief sell-off because of the fact of not only they spiked to a 52-week high, but it's also a Friday, which influences a lot of people to buy and take profits before the weekend. I'm going to be looking for them to return above $9 and $10 within the next week and a half, 2 weeks. And then longer term, they could be returning to where they were trading above $12 because this is very positive news with their partnerships. This isn't going to devalue the company long term. And if anything, it makes me more bullish on them over a longer period of time. And the other thing to keep in mind is if you look at analyst price targets over the last while for their 12-month period, they've estimated that they should be trading above $10 at even a low end. So right now, even aside aside from all their other factors of where they've been trading, their price targets are a minimum of $10 compared to where they have been in the past. Putting all this together, I think they're going to be a solid, at least investment for the long term, but I think you could also play this fairly well short term if you know what you're doing and look for a nice price entry. I would look for maybe between $6-7 or lower for a buy-in. I wouldn't be buying in much higher than that right now until we figure out where they're trading. But if you can get in even under $6, that's probably going to be your best and most safest investment as of now with their current price action. And I do think they'll snap back to at least $9 to $10 within the next couple weeks is where I'm looking for them to rebound to. I hope that gave you a good breakdown on Recon Technology and where I see them going forward. Shout out to Kudos in the Discord for alerting me to them as well, because I was checking them out, but I was actually away from my computer when they started doing a lot of the price drop off, and then I saw that they were looking to be a good entry going forward. So thank you, Kudos. Appreciate you, dude. Other than that, that's going to do it for me in this video today, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.